This is where we left in the previous video by displaying a detail about a post. In this video, let's focus on the updating of a post. To achieve this, we need to follow two steps. And we are done with the first step, and that is to be able to get more details about the post so that we can get the ID from the param as you see over here. So now we are going to display a form, and then we will pre-populate this particular post details into the form and the user can update. So it means that we are going to follow the same principle as we did when we were creating a post. So let's get into the create post component, and we are going to copy this particular form. So I'm going to copy this and then back to the post details. So I'm going to change this one to update, or let me duplicate this one and let me change this one to update post here, and let me change this one to update post. So it means that at the app.js, we are going to mount that particular component as that, and then the path remains the same. So let me remove this post details here. All right, so now let's see, and everything remains the same. We've just changed the name of the component to update. So next step is that we are going to provide the form. So let's get into the creating of the post and then copy this one, and down here or even here, let me paste that and let me remove the post details here, or let me maintain it, and I can say that you are editing and then the title of the post. All right, so let me comment out this one from here. Likewise this, let me remove this one for the meantime. And now let's see, for some reasons we have an error, and let's check. I think because of the formic. All right, yeah, so let's handle that one. So let me bring it back as that, and let's get back here and let's copy the formic and yop package. For this one we have done it, so here we are just moving fast. And then we will go ahead and create instance of formic, which is this, and we will need all of these ones for the post mutation as well. So inside here I'm gonna paste that. All right, I think let me see, we have is loading already, so let me remove this one from the use query. Likewise this. So here, and that is the mutation for this, we are going to make a request to update. Therefore we will need the mutation. So here is going to be update post, and we need to create the API service to be able to update. For the meantime, let me give this one as an anonymous function here as that, and let's see the preview. For some reasons, let's see the error. Use mutation is not defined, so let's import this, and the auto import is fine, which is this, and now we have the form being rendered, which says that you are editing awesome course 2. If I go to Node.js and edit, you are editing Node.js. Next step is that I want to pre-populate the data into the form. So let's go ahead and do that inside the formic, and that is the initial values. If I provide something like Node.js, it will be visible inside the form. Now let's see, and we have Node.js. Instead of hard coding, we are going to take that one from the API, which is on the data here. So here is going to be data, and then on that we have the post found, and let's use the title. In case we don't have the title, then we are going to use empty string. The same thing for the description. Here use the description. Now let's see, and let's refresh it. And for some reasons we don't see that, so let me log the data here, which is this, and let's see inside the console, which is post found. Let me see in case we have the post found inside the mutation. Yeah, we have it, but one thing that we need to configure with the use for make is that as soon as the component got mounted, we didn't have the data from the API. At that time, the form has already been rendered, but we can re-render the form when we get back the data. And we have a property called enable reinitialization. So here, when I say re-enable, is enable rather, which is enable reinitialize, and then let's set to true. Now with this one, if I save it, and as you can see, we have the descriptions inside the form. And if I go to list and click on awesome course, as you can see, it has been pre-populated. And let me change the create to update, which is this. Now we have the update. Next step is that we are going to create the endpoint for updating, as you see at the backend. So let's get back to the API service. Let's check the endpoint one more time. It is /API post and then the ID. All right, so let's get back to the API services, and we are going to create one for update. It's going to follow something like this. So let me duplicate this and change this one to update post, and this one as update post. And for this one, we will need the ID of the post and what we want to update. So here we pass in as an object. So here we're going to have the ID on the post data when you call it from the form or the component. So here I'm going to provide the post data here. On that, we're going to have the ID, or let me use post ID here. And then the properties that we want to update, which follows something like this. The way we pass in from the postman is the same thing. This is the body that represents these guys, which is this. And then the ID of the post, as you see here, as the ID of the post. And on the back end, we're going to have access. Let's check the update, which is this one. We're going to have access to the title and then description here. So let's go ahead and then finish up. Now we are done with the update of a post. So let's get back to the update, and here, which is the mutation for update, which is this. We are going to use our API, which is update post, and let me see the auto import, and it is fine. So how are we going to pass in the ID and the payload to update? And we have the values from the form inside the onSubmit here. Here we have the post data, and we have the title and the description. And next is that we want the post ID, and we have the post ID from the params, and that is it. So now with this, if I change this one to 3 and then 3, let's see, well, 404 meaning not found. So I think the API services here is supposed to be put method, because that is what we specified at the backend as put method. So now when I try again, as you can see, post created successfully, but let me change this one to post updated successfully, which is this. Let me try again, and we have post updated. If I go to list post here, as you can see, it has been updated. Now let me use some dummy content by using some lorem text here, and I want to provide some more content. And let me copy this, and back here for the awesome course edit and provide the description and update, and there we go. All right, so guys, what has left is about the deleting of a post. Let's continue in the next video.